Hi, I'm Mrs. Wong, and I am the art teacher at Griffin Middle School. And I am here with you on Hispanic Heritage Night to work with you on Papel Picado, which is a cut paper craft that we're going to do using tissue paper, scissors, and you might need string and glue if you'd like to actually make them into banners and hang them like the ones behind me. So let's get started. I am going to start with a piece of tissue paper. I've already cut it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again to about the size that I want each of the individual banner pieces to be. So once I'm done, I can actually cut across this top line here, and I've created more than one of my panel. That way, if you're gonna make a banner, it's a little bit easier to make more than one panel at a time, and it won't be as time consuming. So I'm gonna fold this up nice and tightly. I'm gonna fold it in half again. And the more folds you make, actually the more your pattern will repeat. So I'm going to fold it even at a diagonal. And make sure that that diagonal is nice and tight so that when I start to cut, I can reach all of the pieces. And then I'm going to cut on the other side as well. Then I'm going to unfold it. And if I want to make not all the same pattern, I can actually switch up how I fold it more than one time, just to make sure that we have all different kinds of patterns. And then by folding it in half this way, it makes the pattern mirror each other on the other side. So you can cut it in diamonds, you can cut it in teardrop shapes, circular shapes. Oh, I'm not quite cut through on that one yet. Any kind of shapes that you can think of that would make an interesting pattern. Just make sure that all of your corners are lining up. So that way each row will get its own pattern. And there's really no right or wrong way to do it. You just don't want to cut your paper in half. That's about the only thing that you don't want to do. So I'm going to open it up and see, we're starting to see our pattern emerge. And then I'm also going to take the rows that haven't been cut yet and make sure to add on those rows as well. Some of the more famous Papel Picado artists actually carved really intricate pictures into the papel and Picado design, and it really could make pictures. It made really intricate scenes. There's actually been real art shows to show this kind of artwork. It's really quite beautiful and fascinating. So there's really endless possibilities to what you can do with it. And there's really no wrong way to do it either. Just like I said, make sure that you just don't cut the paper completely in half. open it up and look at it, and we're already starting to see our pattern. The other thing that you can do is you can fold it back up, and you want to make that edge of it very nice and intricate. You can just create a scallop by cutting a half circle onto it. And then that makes the edge a little bit more interesting to look at. All right, you can see how that bottom edge now has a scallop on it. And if you want, you can even do that along the side edges as well. I think I'm gonna go with more of a jagged edge on the side, but we have to line up those sides. And I'm right-handed, so I have to make it face this way, so it makes it harder to cut otherwise. And we're just gonna make a little jagged edge border by doing triangles all the way down the side. Hold it still with one hand as you cut with the other. Make sure those edges are lined up. And it's okay if they're not all exactly the same size. Because it all adds interest to it. Missed the back piece on that one. It does make a little bit of a mess in your workstation, but it is a lot of fun to do. Even small children can do this activity, and the more different people you have create, the more interesting and appealing and different shapes that you'll get in your final project. And your banner will just be absolutely beautiful. And you can put these banners up at parties. They're very popular at Dia de los Muertos. They're popular at weddings and quinceañeras, and just about any party that you can think of. I remember I grew up in Los Angeles, and we'd go visit Alvera Street, and sometimes, depending on the time of year, there would be just banners lining up and down Alvera Street. And it was quite beautiful, especially when they blow in the breeze in the California sun. It was just really pretty. But anyway, there we go. And we have our final product. Once you're finished cutting out your Papel Picado, you can actually fold over the top edge and just use a little bit of glue stick and then stick it on a string, and you can make an actual banner just like the one behind me. So thank you so much for coming to watch my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of Hispanic Heritage Night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.